Soul Garden.
Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Ray Manwateki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together this week. Well, the sun is in Leo, and we are chugging along in late Chapter 2 and hopping into Master Shui Chapter 3. We're focused on our heart chakra, our love, what we love about ourselves and others. So we're falling in love with ourselves this week, and we're moving into light casting our personal dreams. That is, being what we expect to come through the law of attraction. The moon starts in sensitive Libra on Sunday, Monday, then gets a little intense in Scorpio on Tuesday, where we have to draw some emotional boundaries, then skips along in jolly Sag Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday, it will hit that T-square in Capricorn, so that's intense. The moon signs most affected are Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Sag, Gemini, and the Cancer, Capricorn spectrum are particularly affected at the end of the week. Now looking at our orbits, man, and which of our chakras are most affected this week. Jupiter, of course, is doing some intensity there in the third chakra, causing a lot of stomach issues for people. The sun orbiting the heart chakra, so those with heart conditions better shape up right now. And the moon this week begins in the throat chakra, so there's a lot of communication in the beginning, and we move up through the nose and the sinuses to the third eye. So you'll have some psychic dreams by the end of the week, and those people have migraine issues or issues with sinuses might have issues if you are ignoring your feelings, basically. That's how that all works. Looking at the planets, we still have this wondrous grand trine in water that's affecting us. This is going to continue. Now, this is going to be most affected when the moon crosses over Saturn later in the week, and that will cause an emotional trust issue to be changed, and that will, of course, affect Neptune and Jupiter Lilith there at the bottom. That square, that infamous square, is still in effect, Uranus and Pluto wreaking havoc, but Uranus is the real strong part of it, where you have to innovate your personal strength or character. And this T-square, this is getting a lot of press, and this is where the moon is going to cross over Pluto at the end of the week and light this Christmas tree up, which means you'll have to kind of change some emotional rules you have with yourself. Now, looking at a little bit of a close-up here, as the moon crosses Saturn, that's the moment later this week where you'll have to draw some new emotional boundaries with yourself, and Saturn's progressed to step 6. That's the galactic center there it's crossing. And then the moon at the end of the week crosses Pluto, hitting that T-square, so we're going to have a lot of adjustment of our lives, coming to a new settling as a result of these two moon planet crossings, and just where the sun is with our heart. More on that, of course, when we go upstairs. In fact, let's do that now, shall we? Let's take the ascension elevator up and get a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Wateki.
Hello, Your Royal Majesty and Leo Risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. Well, it's your birthday period, and it's a nice shiny time for the Leo Risings. The sun is in Chapter 2 and then 3 of Leo. That means the Leos are putting the finishing touches on their beta version of their new charisma, personality, or hairstyle. You can see my mane has been under construction for some time now. Other stories, Saturn in Scorpio says, time to be very responsible with your own emotional boundaries. Time to be responsible with home and family situations as well. Neptune in Pisces says, listen to your intuition when it comes to sex, trust, or intimacy with anyone. And Uranus in Aries says, you're continually innovating what you believe in, and this is a back and forth between reality and inner faith, so a lot of lightning bolts between those two for the Leos. As we start off this week, we're in Chapter 2 of Sun in Leo, which means you're working on the I am consciousness. This is the ego, basically. Last week, you worked on cutting away what doesn't work and defenses and wars that don't suit you. Then moving into actions, taking action in your life, probably a very busy week. And now we move into your identity, courage, and willpower. Putting yourself out there and taking risk. This is a real gutsy time for the Leos as they step into Chapter 3 at the end of the week. Now, looking at the planets, You'll move from taking action on the new ego charisma on Sunday to taking a break the following Sunday. So that means you're going to do a lot of progress and skid into home plate, hopefully. Action to spiritual break. Mercury comes out of the clouds, out of your subconscious, and into your ego state of awareness. So suddenly you're much more articulate and you can express yourself. There'll be some breakthrough conversation followed by some action or signing a contract at the end of the week. But Mars is still stirring the subconscious, making you irritable, perhaps disrupting your sleep life. But Jupiter, at least, has claimed a faith base. So hopefully you are going to love and trust, a basic faith in yourself, love and trust that the bottom will not fall out of your life anymore, and that's good. You begin to heal with spiritual karma by the end of the week. Now, looking at Saturn in Scorpio, Saturn clicks to step 6, or 6 degrees, which means when it comes to managing your emotional boundaries, you now must manage them based on peace and balance. Keeping your feelings in balance, keeping yourself at peace. This is the lesson now. Last week, and with step 5, it was keeping your thoughts from wrecking your life. Now you want to just manage the peace, moment to moment. So rock the baby, cradle the baby, be good to the baby, or I should say the prince or princess, right? Now taking a quick look at last week, back in Sepia, the big turning point was Lightcast Day. That was Tuesday, where you had to commit to a new personality. Perhaps there was a breakdown, a breakthrough, and all week long you're working on building that new personality. This week, as we shift, it really starts as soon as Sunday. Action energy rules the day, so you're going to be probably aggressive, maybe out, maybe it's a birthday party weekend for you in that regard. Jupiter at 10 degrees means this is the beginning of loving and trusting a new inner faith. So you're going to hold faith all week. That means there's probably no proof. You're holding faith, there's no proof. Neptune retrograde means there's spiritual miracle potential all week long, but you must do your yoga, log in, chant, do whatever you have to do. Now, whenever Neptune's retrograde, you have to do the spiritual work to get the results. So Sunday is taking action. It's a day, a very pensive day. Monday, you need some rest and nesting. You might have some emotional turbulence on Monday and Tuesday. You might find that your emotional boundaries are tested on Monday and Tuesday, and that stresses to personal boundaries and stretches over to that inner faith. So a real rocking of the cradle, I should say, on Monday or Tuesday. Then Tuesday, things get spiritual and they get master shui. We move to 20 degrees. This is where you get very passionate. Your ego gets very passionate. And this is where you're starting to test and test run the new charisma, so to speak. All right. On Wednesday, you're expanding that personality, taking risk. And then Thursday, quantum breakthrough. Now, this is on several levels. On the one hand, some sort of breakthrough with a communication or an interaction. Could be a major business deal that goes through in a good way, or one that falls apart, making room for a good one. So good chance of breakdown first, Wednesday night through Friday morning, breakdowns. And that breakdown is an ego breakdown, a faux pas, you get egg on your face, that sort of thing. But Neptune with the spiritual miracles means you really want to take your steps and be careful and listen to your intuition, especially on Wednesday night, Thursday. So listen to your guides before you take steps. But the universe is trying to get you to a total synergy energy where your willpower is one, and willpower is the ego's desire. So if your ego wants a trophy or your ego wants this just for ego's sake, this is the time of year, Your Majesty, where you get that sort of thing. So Thursday is the day where you'll have that change. If you have breakdown, you'll find that you have the breakthrough sometime on Friday. That's good, and things will shift. And healing starts to pursue of ego, so you're licking the wounds and repairing the pride if it was hard on Friday night, Saturday. Now, a couple things of note. Neptune moves into its home sign of Libra at the end of the week. So that means that we're going to get a nice dose of love and creativity. That means you're going to take a break from trying to raise abundance and move to a peace of mind. So peace of mind begins to come in on Saturday and Sunday if you go with the flow. Taking a sneak peek at next week, it looks like we've got the biggest pivot point will be the full moon. That happens between Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. So put it on your calendars. A lot of emotion, a tug of war between ego and relationships, marriage, or partnerships on that Tuesday, Wednesday. So that could be kind of intense. Definitely want to watch everything coming out. Now, looking at the earth and grounding ourselves, come on down to the most magical show I have ever created. It's called Practical Wizardry. I had to look at the sign there for a second because I was all in my magic. And it is live. I tape live at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. Would love to have you down. We're talking about Leo. We're talking about love. It is really a good time. Also, I'm bringing back Jumpstart the Heart, which is quintessential to being a Leo, how to shine out of your heart. Well, this is a 90-minute seminar, happens on Sundays. I got a few dates I'm putting out there at soulmart.me. Come on down, it's very affordable, and at the end of the show, you'll be reboosted and be loving yourself again. A lot of these things I talk about in Practical Wizardry, but this is like a one-on-one intensive, and we look at your astrology and other things. Lightcast Bootcamp is coming back for those who are serious about stepping into their magic. It's a 6-week course. It begins after Labor Day weekend, and from that point on Sundays, you can learn Sunday by Sunday how to manifest your intentions. And my students say that within 2 months, they begin to manifest. So this is no joke. Come on down to soulmart.me for details on that. And you got 2 weeks left to do a serious joy reading for $99.99, 1 hour with me on webcam, and you can do immediate booking now. In some cases, people are being read the next day. All this is available at soulmart.me. All right, Your Royal Majesty and Leo Rising, such a pleasure to serve. I will see you in 7 days with more. Happy birthday, and live, love, be.